Welcome back to Rise of the Argonauts. We're gonna continue because I like continuing. Continuing is awesome. So last time we did some stuff. I sat here trying to find my way to the one place I'm supposed to go.
What a view! You can see for miles.
Let's go this way.
I think they were sending a message to all. We must prepare for war.
Dude, stop lagging.
What valor? What courage?
Was a great man. I'm sorry, Jason.
He's with my mother now. In Elysium. He lived a life of honor.
My father was very upset when he heard the news. Said that Greece had lost a great king. I agree with him. But I also think Greece has gained a great king. You outrank me now, King Jason. I don't know if I like it.
Alcime, marry me.
What?
Before I knew what love was, I loved you. Every second I look at you, I love you more. Marry me, Alcime.
Yes, Jason. With all my heart. Yes.
I will find a way. Come. Hail, King Jason. Captain Idas, how are you feeling?
Better, my king. My pride was injured more than anything. It was a time those Ionian dogs wouldn't have had a chance.
You fought bravely, my friend. The odds were great.
I've got three things for your attention, Jason. First, we have the results from our investigation of the attack. Second, I've just received a report of a disturbance in the village. And lastly, there's a private matter I will discuss with you.
What is this private matter, Idas? You know you may speak freely with me.
Yes, well, it's time for me to step down, Jason. I'm not the man I once was. This attack made me realize I've grown old. I can't ask men to fight for me when I can't fight for them.
More than any man in Yolkus, you've earned the right to choose when your time has come.
I've got 3 men in mind who could do the job. The sooner you make your choice, the sooner I can start training them to take my place.
Let's see the men who would attempt to replace you.
Lieutenants Evarius, Myron, and Platon, step forward. These 3 are equal in rank and seniority. I believe all 3 could do the job.
Oops.
I've made my decision.
Who will it be then?
Lieutenant Platon, I name you Captain of the Guard. I want our men sharp and ready for any threat at a moment's notice. May you always be first in battle and last to stand in our defense.
Made the right decision. I'll make all of Greece envy the might of the Yolkan Guard.
All 3 of you, I am grateful the Guard has men of your quality. Dismissed.
I thank you, Jason. I'm sure my wife, Cipriana, will thank you, too.
After a few months with you around all day, she may change her tune.
I'd like to go tell her the news.
Of course. Let's finish our business. Then you can go to the village. Let's hear the investigation report.
I'm afraid it's both disturbing and disappointing.
What's the disturbing part?
The assassin bore all the markings of a black tongue. His dress, his weapons, his tattoos, and of course, his marksmanship. Jason, I went to that balcony. There's not a bowman in Greece who could have made that shot.
Disturbing indeed. And the disappointing part?
We still don't know why he came. The Ionians? That's easy. They're mercenaries. They came for plunder. But why Alcime was targeted? What anyone could have hoped to gain from it? We've learned nothing.
What is this report of trouble in the village?
Apparently, Zeno of Thessaloniki has arrived on Yolkus. His brother Menander fell during the attack.
Yes. I heard he was among the guests who were killed.
As you can imagine, Zeno is none too pleased. Thessaloniki has never been a friendly neighbor. Those cheese-eaters have been jealous of Zeus's favor for as long as anyone can remember.
I remember this Zeno. Loud, arrogant sort. Fancies himself a general.
Aye. Well, he's down in the village shouting at anyone who'll listen, demanding compensation for his brother. He's got a couple of men with him, and the guard who made the report says there was a witch with him as well.
To be safe, let's keep the watch double, Titus.
As you say, Jason.
hear the petitions before the court?
Yes. Call for the next petition.
King Jason will now hear petitions. The court recognizes the Honorable Mesistus, emissary of King Lycomedes of Mycenae.
Mesistus, I hear you'll be leaving for Mycenae shortly.
Indeed. I will return with difficult news. The king's daughter, murdered on our wedding day. What message would you have me give King Lycomedes on your behalf?
Tell him I will not rest until Alcimé is avenged.
While the king will certainly expect justice, he will have hard questions about how this happened. Not just who was responsible, but what did you do, King Jason, to protect his daughter?
The assassin caught us by surprise. He was a black tongue. Now that we know they've returned, we'll be ready for them. I'll find a way to bring Alcimé back. And the black tongues will not stop me.
He will not forgive an initial failure because of promises of future success. I will pass on the message. I won't say he will be happy to hear it, but it is the message he would expect.
Jason, will you hear another petition?
Yes. Call for the next petition.
The court recognizes the guardsman, Orestes.
Hail, sir. We've been holding a handful of Ionian prisoners pending your orders. How many are there? 5, sir. One's a captain, or whatever their equivalent is called. And they've been questioned. Yes, Captain Ida says they've said all they have to say. What should we do with them, sir? Execute them, but not before they've been flogged and marked, so that Hades himself will know their crimes. It will be done, sir.
Jason, will you hear another petition?
No. I have other matters I must attend to.
Where on earth do I go?
Your palace would be at home among the great houses of Athens or Mycenae.
Look who finally decides to grace us with his presence. King Jason himself! It only took you all day.
You'll lose your voice shouting like that, Zeno.
My righteous anger will not be silenced by the likes of you. Thessaloniki will be satisfied. The memory of my brother demands it.
I'm sorry for Menander's loss. May he find his way to Elysium.
Not good enough. No, not by a long way, King of Yelkers. There must be compensation, tribute. Your lands here are rich. Your herds are fat. Clearly you've grown soft with Zeus's favor shining down upon you. Things are much different on the rocky soil of Thessaloniki. A hard life makes men tough. But you Yulkans wouldn't know about that.
Save your insults, Thessaloniki. Why don't you just say what it is you want?
I will bring my brother's body home. And with it, my ship will be full of Yulkan wheat and sheep. And then, each year, on the anniversary of Menander's death, you will send 10 girls on the cusp of womanhood to me. This is what I demand in tribute to the memory of my murdered brother.
I will see your ship loaded with grain and sheep. I know the people are hungry in Thessaloniki, but no Yolkan girls will ever be paid in tribute to you or anyone else.
That's right.
You tell him, King Jason, I am not here to negotiate. If you refuse my demand, then my men and I will take our own revenge.
You do so at your peril.
Believe that. Then the time for peril has come.
Name your terms.
My men and I against you and your behemoth. Your guards will take no retribution against me after I kill you. When you fall, I take my brother's body and the tribute I have named back to Thessaloniki.
No.
And your stake?
I hold here my brother's mace, a weapon worth more than anything on Yolkers. Blessed by Poseidon himself. This will be my stake.
No one wants it.
No. You will swear here and now, before these witnesses, that your family will make no further claim for tribute. Should any try to do so, they will forfeit the honor of your family name.
Very well. So I swear. So swears Zeno of Thessaloniki.
Tell us when. You boys take all the time you need.
Jason of Yolkis died today! Kill them!
Take your brother home, Zeno.
I won't forget this, Jason.
Leave the mace.
What?
Your stake. Do you forget?
Ah! A curse on Yolkis.
It is a fine face. Do you think it really was blessed by Poseidon?
Who knows?
One thing, sir. It'll see more honor with you than that.
Be careful, King Jason. He had a witch with him earlier. She may still be around.
A witch.
You don't know that, Thaddeus.
You should have seen her. Markings all over her body. And she was asking about the assassin.
More like demands, really. Did any of us see him? Where did he come from? She was very interested, all right.
Where is she now? Did you see her leave?
That we did. That Xeno-man was yelling up a storm, and I saw her slink off.
It was real strange. She had her ears perked like she was listening for something. Then, all of a sudden, she pricks up, and she was off like a bolt toward the Crypt of Kings.
I heard her say under her breath, "I've got you now," as she ran off. I swear on Olympus.
Thank you. I'll find her and see what she's up to.
Again, Jason. Watch your form. Should I have Alcime show you?
Alcime? I'll do it.
He forgets I'm a daughter of Ares, Captain Ines.
How can I, when you so often remind me?
I think he's distracted. I wonder what's got his attention.
Perhaps he'll tell us.
All this talking, that's what.
Sorry about all this going to the map.
I was raised
The great Medea, how far the mighty have fallen. Your power has grown feeble.
Has it? I prepare the one of denial. Forgive me. I lost myself again.
Are you all right?
I am weak, but it will pass.
That Black Tongue called you Medea. I assume that's your name?
It is.
It's time for answers, Medea.
Then ask your questions, Jason.
What are you doing on Yolkis?
Ridding your kingdom of that Black Tongue filth.
How did you know he was here?
When I heard of the attack here, I came as quickly as I could. Their assassins never work alone.
How would you know that?
You see the markings I still bear. Are they not answer enough? In another life, I was one of them. Until I realized the powers I gained came with a terrible price.
Your sorcery nearly killed all of us. Do you have no control over it?
There was a time no follower of Hecate could hope to match me. Now, when I call upon the full might of my powers, it threatens to overwhelm me.
What do you plan to do now, Medea?
Continue my work. Hunt or be hunted. That's your fate if you leave the Black Tongues.
My wife's father thought he hunted them to extinction.
Lycomedes.
You know of him?
I know that a prophecy he was given is the reason the Black Tongues killed your wife.
A prophecy? What prophecy?
When your wife was born, King Lycomedes traveled to Delphi and spoke to the oracle Pelagia. Whatever he was told, it got the Black Tongue's attention. Assassins were dispatched to both Mycenae and Delphi. Lycomedes thwarted the attempt on your wife, and the assassin Lysander failed to eliminate the oracle Pelagia. It said he fell in love with her, and together they fled, never to be seen again.
So that's why Lycomedes waged his war.
Yes. His name was cursed by every Black Tongue in Greece.
I seek to restore my wife. Your knowledge of the Black Tongues could prove useful.
you try to bring her back, the Blackhounds will flock to you like moths to a flame. There'd be no need to chase after them.
Go to my ship. Tell Argos to give you a room.
Jason, are you sure about this?
Your friend is right, Jason. I am not safe to be around. I sometimes lose myself, as you have seen.
We can keep your power warded. That is, if you are willing.
It would be the only way. Very well, King Yolkus. I will hunt with you and lend what aid I can. I will prepare the wards to secure your ship.
Sorcerer, caster, violent. Why did you ask her along, Jason? How can you trust her?
There are forces at work we know little about. Prophecies, like Lycomedes, black tongues. Knowledge I can hold on to is an advantage. Besides, you saw what you did to that assassin.
That was a fun fight. A magical.
That is the boat.
He ain't good.
Greetings, King Jason. I am the Dockmaster, Nestus. May these five virtues be with you always.
Row us out to the ship, Nestus.
Of course, sir.
Jason, how are you? My heart broke when I heard what happened. This ship was to be a wedding gift. Now it's something else, I suppose.
Perhaps it still will be, Argos. Is she ready to sail?
Aye, she's girded and fit for open waters.
Good. I have her maiden destination. Delphi.
Delphi? What in Hades do you want to go there for?
I have questions that need answers. Answers I can only find on Delphi.
Argos, you know the way.
I've sailed most every patch of sea in Greece, but I've never seen the shores of Delphi. Part of me thinks it's just a myth.
There are tales of heroes who've been there.
Aye, and each claims it's in a different place. I'm sorry, Jason. I can't steer you there.
Elias said he would look into it. We should check back with him.
Now, what about this Medea woman? She says you told her to come aboard. Nearly scared me half to death. She just walked up behind me in the deck house. No rowboat, no nothing.
It's all right. She'll be coming with us to Delphi.
It's your ship, but you need to see what she's done to her quarters below decks.
Very well, Arnos. I will.
It's irregular.
The ship's a sight to see. Let's have the tour.
Certainly. We can start right here. Now, you've already seen her size. She's the biggest ship I've ever made. She's also the fastest, mind you, but we'll get to that. The hull is soft fir wood, light and strong, and resin-coated to keep out the sea. I've made a few modifications to the classic structure to make room for the rowing apparatus, but we've kept a shallow draft in case she needs be beached for repairs. I told you before, this ship can row itself. Come, I'll show you how. Here, Jason. Take a look down here and tell me what you see.
Ropes, pulleys, oars. I've never seen anything like it.
Of course you haven't. No one has. A ship that can row itself. One man, me, to take the place of 200 hunchback oarsmen.
How does it work?
It's taken me half a century to answer that question. More time than we have. Come, I'll show you the deck house.
And that's all.